And we are recording now. Okay, everyone say, like, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. Start with Caroline, then Erin, then Shannon.
What do I just need... Oh, no. I can hear myself. Oh, no, it's gone. Hi, I'm Caroline. Is that all I'm supposed to say?
Yes, that's all you have to say. I'm just checking the audio, really.
Okay.
I don't remember who's supposed to go next, but I'm...
You.
And I'm Shannon.
Okay. Alright, swell. Well, my God, I feel like we've, been across 5,000 hurdles to get to this one recording. For people who are listening, we recorded this Halloween episode last night, in the dead of night, and it was really good and it was really fun, and then for some reason it didn't record, so this is take 2, and I don't think we should try to, recreate anything from last night. I think we'll just move on with our lives, and maybe it'll be even better. But I'm here with Caroline and Erin and Shannon, who have all done their own individual episodes, which is why it's cool to have them all here at the same time. Although by the time this is up, I think Shannon's is the only episode that has actually been uploaded. So next after that, this coming week is going to be Fleet, who writes in the Teen Wolf and Merlin fandoms, and then the week after that is going to be Erin's episode, and then the week after that, or I believe it's 2 weeks after that, is Caroline's. So anyway, I guess this is kind of like a preliminary little treat for people who don't know them yet. So, I think that this is just going to be kind of a mini episode, so we're not going to take up a whole bunch of time. And since I was feeling kind of salty about everything not recording last night, I think we should just play games and have fun with it. And I have a couple here for you guys.
Yeah, just have fun with it.
Though I do think that we should go over what everyone's, also so people can get used to your voices and be able to identify when you talk. We should go over everyone's Halloween plans for this year. Starting with Caroline.
Okay. I am going home to where I'm from, because I'm not currently there, and I am participating in a group costume situation with several other people. We're being the cast of Spring Breakers. Well, not the cast of characters of Spring Breakers, I suppose. I don't really know what we're doing at all. But Thursday daytime, I'm going home Wednesday night so that I don't have to travel on Halloween. Like, no Halloween moments will be wasted traveling. So Halloween daytime, I'm probably going to watch a lot of things, a lot of scary things that I haven't had a chance to watch. And then, yes, that's what I'm doing.
Exciting stuff. Erin?
Well, I have to work Halloween morning, but I work where I live, so that's easy. And I also live on a farm, so there's no trick-or-treating, but I plan on eating candy anyway and watching a marathon of Halloweeny stuff.
Nice. Shannon?
I am not going anywhere. I'm gonna be in my apartment, and I'm going to buy candy because I have a Halloween sign on my front door like no one else in my building does, so I don't know if kids are gonna knock on my door, and just in case they do, I want to be prepared, and I'll spend the day watching Halloween stuff.
Oh, that's fun. And I have to work Halloween morning as well, but I believe I'm going to try to, I think maybe the night before we'll be taking my niece to go do something maybe at the mall or something kid-like like that. And then Thursday night we'll probably take her trick-or-treating. I'm not really sure exactly, but I'm going to be a bat, and I'm kind of sad because I don't think I can wear that to work. I think it would interfere with me being able to move around. So,
Your wings will be knocking cameras over, knocking lights over. knocking people's coffee cups out of their hands.
Yeah, so those are my Halloween plans. Are you guys ready for games?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we should start with well, since we were just talking about trick-or-treating, I was thinking, what if fandoms, or I don't know if it would necessarily be a fandom, this is just going to depend on how we end up talking about it, if it would be the fandom itself, or if it would be like the actual show / like universe that the fandom surrounds. But if they were personified and like were a house, kind of, what would it be like going through this neighborhood where like you would go to one house and it would be supernatural, you would go to the other house and it would be Teen Wolf, or like et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Does anyone understand the question?
Hold on, my phone started ringing like right in the middle of that. It was very, very jarring.
Okay, should I
I
re-explain?
was like, what is happening? Like, why? Why? Okay, say again. Sorry.
Okay, so just imagine that you're going trick-or-treating in a neighborhood, and it's Halloween night, and it's spooky, and you, in each house that you go to is a different fandom.
Uh-huh.
Now, either this could be the fandom as far as the, like, people who make up the fandom, or it can be the actual, like whatever the show is, or the book is, or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
You start.
I don't know. Erin, we'll go to you.
Wait, I'm still confused. Am I just describing to you what the houses are like?
Yes. Or like, who do you think would have the best candy? Who do you think's house would be like the scariest? What do you think it would be? Like, what's the first thing that pops to your mind as far as like, oh, I definitely know, this thing would be like this?
Okay. Well, I think that Charmed would be the house where they don't really give out candy, but they like show you what the basis of Halloween is about, like the real where it started, kind of like that episode, All Hallows Eve. And like, so you'd go in there and they'd be like, well, this is why you carved the pumpkin, or like it would be kind of like a tour of the traditions of Halloween.
Ooh, that sounds
I
fun.
like that.
Yeah, I feel like it would be really fun, and I feel like you'd make candles at some point, but I don't know. And I feel like supernatural, if it was the fandom, it would be like the scariest haunted house ever. But if it was the actual show, I feel like it would just no.
That would be the house everyone would skip because they were scared.
Or it would just be like Sam and Dean running around like, go away, don't come up here.
Like handing out little packets of salt to everyone.
Oh wait, yes, they wouldn't give out candy. They'd give out iron and salt and guns.
All right, Shannon, anything?
Uh,
I have something actually.
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say that because I still haven't finished Teen Wolf, or like I still haven't caught up really. And I was thinking about it recently because I was like, wow, it's like a great Halloween show. Like without even trying, it's perfect for Halloween. And anyway, but I was just thinking it would be cool because like Scott and Styles and like Allison and Lydia and just every character ever would be. Wait, now I'm thinking. At first I was thinking like, oh, it'd be so welcoming, and you'd go like to the house and they'd have candy and they'd be really nice and like, I don't know, like it'd be cool. But then I was thinking, wait, but like, what if they were like in Derek's house and and then it would just be terrifying, or like he wouldn't know what to do, or he'd just turn like all children away or something.
I feel like he might be nice to children though.
Maybe. I
don't
think
know.
he'd be nice in theory, but he'd like want them to go away because he didn't want them to something bad to happen or something,
Oh, yeah.
and he wouldn't know how to like turn people away without yelling at them.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, just then speaking of the cast of Teen Wolf, they all posted pictures of their costumes, and Colton, I guess, is hanging out with the cast of Teen Wolf.
Aww.
And he was a grandma. And his costume was super disturbing. Like, just, it's on his Twitter, but I can't even describe it. It was just really disturbing.
All right, shout out to Colton Haynes, huh?
Hey, who is this?
He's an actor in Teen Wolf. He plays the character of Jackson.
Okay.
And he's now
I've seen whatever episode Shannon was watching that one time I was ever there.
Yeah, and I don't think he was in. I think that was the third season, so his character's already not in that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else, or shall we move on to the next game?
This is just a thought. I don't really know how this would work, but if Harry Potter had a house, I just picture Professor McGonagall sitting out there giving out candy, but in like a very stern but motherly way.
Aww.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to just get fucking smashed, you should just go to the Misfits fandom house. Not the people that make it up, just the characters. You could have anything you wanted. Any illicit, illegal substance you could dream of.
I need to rewatch that too. You know, that's actually a good Halloween show too, but I don't know.
It is.
I don't know why exactly. I think it's just more sort of that atmosphere of it, because it seems like it's fall all the time.
Yeah.
It does. It's all gray. But it's not like an attractive fall. It's like gray, industrial smog fall, which is fun.
Yeah. All right, so let's segue from that to favorite costumes worn by fictional characters. Shannon, you go first.
Oh, by fictional characters?
Yes.
Ooh. I don't know. Wait, can we... I don't want to change the question.
No, go ahead.
Or can we do, like, fandom and stuff, too? Like, can I do,
of course.
Okay.
Because they're fictional characters, basically.
Okay. Okay, my favorite is when, way back in the day, when Fall Out Boy all went as Super Mario characters, and Andy was Princess Peach. And yeah, I like that. That's my favorite. Like, I always bring that picture back around Halloween. It makes me happy.
Nice. Erin?
Oh gosh, okay. All I can think of is the All Halloweens Eve episode of Charmed, but I don't like any of their costumes because they're all like witchy versions of themselves. Except for Piper, who's the good witch from Wizard of Oz, which I've never really liked that costume either. So that's literally the only fictional characters dressing up that I can think of, and I don't like it. So.
I actually asked this question, and I'm not sure who I would choose. Caroline, do you have anything?
I really like that Funny or Die video that the Teen Wolf cast did when they were all Peanuts characters. That was really funny. Yeah. And it was like really sweet, but it shouldn't have been because it was kind of frightening. But I thought it was cute. And I like my favorite is Anya as the bunny. That's definitely my favorite.
Oh, that's a good that's a good one. I also like I always wish that if we were all together or something, we could all do like the Xander, Buffy, Willow, and Oz in season 4 of Buffy. But like their Halloween costumes. Just wear what they wore.
Who would be Oz/God?
I don't know.
Which is one of the most clever. Here it is, the eternal debate. Is it most clever or cleverest? I still don't know.
Most clever, I think.
No. Most clever? I agree, because cleverer sounds so wrong. Yeah, that was pretty clever.
Yeah.
Costume.
And, actually, well, my other Buffy one would be Willow as an Eskimo.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, wait. I always say that I like British squirrel costume.
Yep.
In our community.
Yep. Hers was definitely the first one that ever, like, was like, oh, wait, I should be something. Because I don't know, for a long time I really wanted to be, like, a piece of broccoli or a carrot. I feel like those all were influenced by that costume that Britta wore. All right. And this isn't a game, really, but I think that we should address vampires because, and I wrote this down as a bullet point, but I kind of have a story to follow it up because I tutor people of various ages, and the one client that I have right now, he's 11, and we were talking about, basically he just thinks that I'm weird, and was saying, like, once he was asking, like, you know, what was I doing for the day, and I said, we had just watched Buffy or something like that, and so he was like, I bet you were watching vampire movies, and I was like, well, you're pretty much correct. And he thought, and of course he's 11, so, like, how can you really take anything he says seriously? But he started talking about how, like, everyone's into vampires these days, and et cetera, and it was hard to really...
He's super jaded about this. Everyone's into vampires, like, oh, yeah.
And it's just hard to explain because he's, like, pretty young, so, like, I don't think he doesn't care about, like, film history or anything like that, but it irritates me when people say that, like, vampires are popular today because I don't think that that's anything new.
I think that they're popular in a different way today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, basically, in my opinion, because of the Twilight series.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. And I think, see, the thing is with them is I think, like, they come back, like, every, like, couple of years in a different light depending on what's popular at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I think that when Buffy came out, there hadn't really been any, like, vampire-ish things going on recently, so that was kind of like a comeback, and then that died off. And then now who just sneezed?
What was that? Sounded like a dog.
Was it no one here? Did no one here sneeze?
I didn't sneeze.
Okay.
I didn't sneeze.
I didn't either.
Maybe the podcast is haunted.
It was Harry Styles.
Wait, sorry. Tangent. There is a GIF set of him sneezing when he's, like, meeting a fan. It is the funniest thing to me.
Yeah.
I was quite upset about that.
I just, like, before we came here, I saw that Caroline reblogged it's like 10 different GIFs of him sneezing at different moments, and it's just the oddest thing. Anyway.
Wait, one more thing. Have you guys seen the video of when they're setting off fireworks and Harry's screaming?
Yes. Tika just showed that to me recently.
Can I say that when he sneezes, okay, this is why this has just plagued me. It's haunted my dreams. When he sneezes directly into his hand. That girl's arm. Whoa. Excuse me, sir. Like, I like you and all, but that's not a hand that you just put on me. And she's just like, oh, haha.
Alright, well, apparently this whole podcast is forever going to be possessed by One Direction at some point. I actually forgot what... I forgot what we were talking about. I think vampires, but I really don't even care anymore. Although I will say that I have a picture saved of Louis and Zane dressed as, I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. Like, they kind of have, like, their faces are kind of pale, and I think Louis, or maybe it's Zane, has, like, a trail of blood coming from his lip, but, like, no one's wearing fangs, and they don't make any attempt to look like, ooh, spooky. Like, so I just feel like, okay.
The kings of, like, really ill-advised, non-planned out costumes.
Yes. There's also the other one where where Louis is has his face painted as a member of KISS, which I love because I was that member of KISS, except I actually wore the full costume. And
Didn't even paint my face.
Was it just Louis? Because I feel like I've seen that picture and it was like with Niall or somebody.
No, it was Louis, and Zane was the Joker, but I don't think he was completely dressed up either. It was just his face too.
Well, I think that it looked like at some point in his life, Liam had on some kind of makeup because it's like all on his face. Like,
yeah.
Like he did a really bad job wiping it off. And there's this white face makeup just all over Harry's head. Just like in all of his hair.
Yeah.
Where? Is it for that same picture?
Rubbed his head on someone's face.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen the picture of Harry recently, but it wasn't connected to the Halloween stuff, so I didn't know what it was from. All right, well, hopefully they do something worthwhile this year, though.
They better.
Are they still in Australia?
Yes, everyone's in Australia. They're in Australia. Gerard's in Australia. Pete Wentz apparently is in Australia.
Yes, everyone is in Australia. Like, I was like, no, like, Fall Out Boy and One Direction played Sydney the same night.
You would have had a hard time to say.
I know. All right, ladies. Next game. Hold on. Now I have to reopen my phone. Okay, so we did recent popularity of vampires. Oh, of course, since we're talking about One Direction now, I will go to what spooky creatures, I like the word spooky, would each member of One Direction be? And this is not costume-wise, but like, what actual creatures could they be? I'll go ahead and give Caroline a shout out and say that Harry would be a werewolf.
Okay, so I was so gonna say that too.
Which I resisted for so long, but now I can see nothing else.
I know. Okay, here's the reason why. This is where this came from. Sorry. I thought I heard someone calling me. Okay. Before this whole horrible situation began, and by that I mean knowing who these human beings were, I was sitting downstairs with my aunt, and some television show was on, like, the Today Show, I think it was, and they were on the Today Show, and this was before I knew anything about them or cared about them in any context, and that's not even me just saying, like, oh, I didn't know who they were, like, I really didn't know who they were, like, I think Sika can attest to that, like, I'm a really kind of an alien about a lot of things. I'm always like, what is that? Like, I'm just always, like, really surprised by things, because I don't know about anything. So they were on, and my aunt was like, he looks just like a werewolf, and I was like, oh my god, he totally does look just like a werewolf, and then it just, like, implanted in my brain, and I think maybe that's the reason that I was like, oh, I have to know about them, because one of them is obviously a wolf person.
And his name is Harry, so it makes sense.
And he has a lot of hair.
Yep.
Yes, he does.
I say Louis would be a vampire. Or I want to say Dracula specifically because, like, with the slicked back hair, I could see it. But, I mean, I think that might be the only reason why. Actually, I don't know.
I definitely think that Liam would be a mummy.
Okay, I was going to say that too. Why am I just not saying things? Just agreeing.
And, see, actually, I think Zane would be a vampire before
that's what
Louis.
I do too.
Yeah.
Someone has to say it. I'm a vampire, get away. I say it every day.
Is that all? Oh, wait, no, there's Niall.
For some reason, I want to make Niall like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, I want to make him a spider. And I don't know why, but I just feel like he would be a spider.
Wait,
I
maybe
feel like I had something that went away.
maybe Louis would actually be like a witch, but like not a warlock, but a witch. I don't know. I have to clarify, but I can see him like on a broomstick.
Oh no.
I'm also trying to think of like what creatures are there, but now it could be a ghost. He'd be like Casper.
Oh, he's such a ghost.
Yeah.
He's such a ghost.
He's such a ghost.
Can we revamp this question just a little bit? Can we like put them as if they were in everybody's Backstreet's Back, the video? Like, who would they be?
Ooh, good lord, Shannon.
Hold on,
I don't know that.
I don't remember.
We kind of covered, like, I mean, it's like the same things we said, basically.
The main things that I can remember is Nick as the mummy, and then AJ as like Phantom of the Opera type deal.
And Kevin has like that half weird like reptilian face, and his other part's like a scientist's face.
And Howie was a vampire.
Isn't someone a wolf? Brian's a wolf, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I did know and didn't even have to look.
Wait, that's a great Halloween music video randomly. Why did they decide to do that? That's
I don't know, but like applause to them forever for that.
I'm trying to find a picture to send to you, Erin, but I could only find the one of like them all screaming at the door.
That kills me how like they move their mouths and like that really exaggerated fashion. It's like that's not what my mouth does.
I know. I was thinking of that the other day, and it's so cheesy. Like, I guess that was my first like behind the scenes music video thing I ever saw. But it's so bad. Like, AJ is trying so hard in between to be funny, and it's just not. It's not funny.
You are not funny.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that should be a one-day suggestion that they should redo the entire video of everybody.
Except the dancing.
Well, no, they have to do the dancing.
Especially the dancing. Because I really feel like they're probably just so good at dancing and they just pretend that they're not. Not all of them pretend.
See, I feel like maybe I don't know that they're necessarily. They say that they're bad at dancing. I think they're just not natural at dancing. But I think if they're given something to do,
right?
They
like that boot camp thing,
where Zane is afraid to dance. Yeah.
That's the real Halloween special. Is watching that.
Wait, okay, this is going back when I first got into these clowns. When they opened for Big Time Rush, I was so pissed that they didn't dance. Like, I was like, the whole time that they weren't dancing. And I was like, Big Time Rush, like, they did all these, like, stage props and they did all these dances. One Direction just stood there and they changed formation. That was it. I was so pissed.
I remember you saying that when they won,
Yep.
or no, when they performed One Thing, I think, at the VMAs or something, and you were saying, like, okay, see, watch, all they're gonna do is, like, they come together at a point in the stage, and then they're gonna break apart.
It's funny because that's one of the things that I love about their performance is that they come together and break apart.
Yeah. It's interesting how you can find something charming after a while.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're about to hit the 30-minute mark here, so I think we should do maybe favorite Halloween episodes, possibly.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I should say who should go first. Okay, Shannon, you go.
Okay. Wait, I want to go last because hold on, I have to look something up. I want to go last.
Okay, Caroline, you go.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Peanuts. I've talked about the Peanuts this whole time, I think. yes, It's a Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown is my favorite Halloween thing. Followed by either season 2 or season 4 of Buffy and those Halloween episodes. I don't really like season 6 episode. I like it, but it's kind of sad. Like, that whole thing with Dawn is sad. So, I don't really go to that one very often. But yeah, 2 or 4, I can't really choose between them because they're very different. And I like the presence of Oz, obviously, in season 4 episode, even though he is briefly in the season 2 episode as well. I don't know. Both of those and Charlie Brown.
Erin?
Okay, I'm going to say season 6 Halloween episode of Buffy because I watched it recently and just, I don't know, it was really good to me. And of course, the All Halliwell Eve of Charmed. And then another one that I forgot about is the ghost episode of The Sweet Life on Deck, which is a random show to bring up, but I enjoy that very much. And it's the one where, like, Zach has to do a history report, and he's really lazy at school, but the ghost of his history report haunts him, and it's just really, like, he wants to write the truth about what happened to that guy, and it's just really funny to me.
All right. Shannon?
Okay, see, I was trying to think of, like, because yesterday I realized that Doctor Who, some episodes are really scary, and they would be good to watch on Halloween, but they're not necessarily, like, Halloween episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to choose, like, a scary episode of Doctor Who to watch, it would be Blink, which is the first one with the Weeping Angels.
I remember.
I've never seen the idea of the Weeping Angels.
Yeah, and that one is, like, no, like, the introduction of them, I can't. But I'm gonna watch it on Halloween, probably. But otherwise, an actual Halloween episode would be the first season Halloween episode of Community and the episode of Will and Grace where they have to take Harlan's kids trick-or-treating, but the kids, like, never take their masks off the whole time. And I don't know why that's always been super funny to me.
Okay, I have some that I did not mention. Wait, sorry, I'm echoing. I have some that I did not mention last night. And I think last night I said Buffy and probably Community, but I'm going to change that today. Is someone dying?
Why? What is that? I hate it.
I don't know. It's not on my end.
Because it sounds scary.
Maybe this podcast really is haunted.
I thought I heard, like, calling my name, some phantom sneeze happened, and all this weird stuff's going on.
Okay, well, I'm going to say, I will give a shout out to 3 different things. One is, I was going to say the Halloween episode of Supernatural in season 4, but I'm actually going to say Scarecrow in season 1.
Okay. See, I was going to bring that up too, but then I couldn't remember if it was a Halloween episode or not.
It's not a Halloween episode, but I think the fact that it deals with a scarecrow and the fact that it deals with, like, being in an apple orchard is Halloween enough to me. And it's, like, fall, and I love that episode. Oh, I love that episode so much.
Wait, what's the one of the 4th season?
Where they're in that town and, now I can't remember much. It's the one with the witch, right?
Is that, I could be wrong, it's the Great Pumpkin Sam Winchester?
Yes. Yes, I believe so. And I believe it's the one where, the, like, teacher in school who ends up being a warlock, sorry, spoilers for people who haven't seen it yet, but he is going to, like, open some sort of, or no, that's when the seals are happening, so he's going to open one of the seals, and Cass is like, or, like, the angels are basically like, if you guys don't stop this, we're going to smite the entire town and kill everybody in it. So, and then they have to stop that. I also like that one because it has to do with witches, although I don't really like I don't like Supernatural's handling of witches, but anyway. But so I have Scarecrow, and then I have, which I can't believe I didn't say last night, Freaks and Geeks, the Halloween episode. That's always a staple. Yeah. Me and Nadine always watch the Halloween episode of that.
Very, very good.
Very good. And then I also am going to say the episode of Goosebumps, which I think is the one that everyone remembers, but the one with the mask where she can't get the mask off.
Yeah, that one is scary.
Yeah, I agree.
I kind of forgot all about this, but any Are You Afraid of the Dark episode, but in particular, the one about Old Man Corcoran has always creeped me out. Also, the one about the 13th floor, where she's an alien, that creeps me out. But I've always
watched the one where that girl's a doll.
Yes.
She gets turned into a doll.
Yeah.
I watched that one. That one was horrible because her as a doll was quite frightening.
Yes, I agree.
All right, well, I think that about wraps it up. I thank you guys for being here. I think that we did a good job of doing take 2 of this Halloween episode. Very Halloweeny. And I also appreciate...
super on track, I feel.
I agree. And shout out to whatever phantom is...
haunting the podcast right now.
Yes. A ghost in the internet. So, all right, well, thank you guys, and bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
I was going to laugh.